Hello everyone, and welcome to our very first virtual Metamorphosis party. I've enjoyed being the chair of this event, but I've really been outworked by my colleagues Elizabeth Lee and Gretchen Van Natta, and they would agree with me that the three of us have been outworked by an incredible staff of Lydia Murray, Mary Johnson, Lorena Alonso, Abby Faree, Lexi Galopoulos, and Jesse Rodriguez, who have in just 30 short days managed to change this from a live event to a virtual one. We can't thank them enough.
Thanks, George, for your warm welcome, and thanks for all you've done to make this year's and past year's events successful. My name is Lydia Murray, and I am the Interim Executive Director of Lincoln Park Community Services. And tonight, we are going to take you through a little journey of our 35-year history. We're also going to give an award, our Compassion in Action Award, to Gretchen Van Natta and Jeff Doan. They have been supporters since the beginning. They were here on the first day in 1985. We're also going to do a little bit of fundraising. So I want to let you know how excited I am to see everyone who's logged in. Even though we couldn't be together physically as we normally are for Metamorphosis, it's exciting that we can be together online. And connectedness and togetherness is what LPCS is all about. It's even in our mission statement that we bring communities together to help empower those who are facing homelessness. And so that's LPCS doesn't just engage the guests. We also bring together communities of Lincoln Park and Old Town, and we bring restaurants and businesses and all sorts of volunteers and people who want to help make a difference together. And that's really why I got involved in LPCS 16 years ago, and that's why I'm here today. And so tonight you're going to learn about all we've done in the face of the pandemic. We have a little COVID-19 video diary that you can get a glimpse of how we've sort of tackled the pandemic. And I want to say that I'm incredibly proud of how the LPCS team has responded during this time of crisis. We couldn't have done this without you, of course, your support. You've given us food and goods and money, which has been so helpful in supporting our guests in this time of need. You honestly have lifted us up over these past 6 weeks. For 35 years, we have been helping people who have been in crisis, not just during a pandemic, but every day. And COVID-19 has laid bare some inequities that exist in our society that we see every day. Individuals who are living in poverty have less access to health care, and they have worse health outcomes. There is a direct correlation between health and housing. When I have conversations with guests and they tell me their story of how they became homeless, it inevitably begins with an injury or some medical issue or mental health or physical issue that precipitates them losing their job, that then leads to them losing their apartment or their home. And so our work begins, as it always has, helping guests not only with housing and employment, but with their health. It is about social determinants of health that we focus on to make our guests successful. So in 2019, we made great strides in helping more people get healthy and get housed. This year, we opened a beautiful new building that we own, which has increased our capacity to have interim shelter beds by 137%. And to meet that need of those additional guests, we have grown our staff from 14 to 40 staff members. And so this growth has enabled us to give a lot more services. We built out, for example, a medical room that we knew we'd need to have on site, but we had no idea that there would be a pandemic and how much we would need that medical room now. And as a result, we've been able to form a great relationship with UIC, UI Health, that is going to be one that will blossom for years to come. So LPCS has entered a new phase in 2020, and it's been defined by a commitment of strengthening our services and maximizing our impact. We are in the process of doing some process improvements to help figure out how we can deliver our programs better and how we can even engage you, our volunteers, in a better way. So we're assessing what additional services we need and what new training we might need for our growing staff, and we really want your support in that. So later in the program, This will be your chance to help us. You're going to raise your paddle virtually, and you're going to help us meet the challenge for these new services. So if you haven't done so already, please log on to donate.onecause.com/LPCS Meta 2020 to donate. You can do that now, or you can wait until the paddle raise. So we're about to queue up our video. If this is the first time you're engaging with LPCS, I hope that this offers you a glimpse of how we work and how you might get involved. For those of you who have been longtime donors and supporters of LPCS, I truly hope that this video captures the LPCS spirit. We'll see you at the paddle raise.
Hello everyone, my name is Luis Vasquez, Operation Manager here at Lincoln Park Community Services. Just want to thank everybody for their support and help, donations from supplies to food to the COVID fund. It's been very helpful in these trying times. Been very tired being on the front line, making sure that both facilities 600 West and 5021 are being cleaned and disinfected to keep both our staff and guests safe.
Working at a homeless shelter, it's like difficult to deal with Code V, Corona, this pandemic that we got going on right now. But our staff members and higher ups have thought of good ways of social distancing. One is we were in the basement of a church and we moved some people upstairs and we spread up the mattresses apart. We take them on walks so they're still getting fresh air outside, and it feels more like it's really more depending on each other, like the staff and the guests as well.
Hi, this is Sean O'Gara, the Director of Programs for Lincoln Park Community Services. Since the start of the COVID-19 crisis, one of the ways this has impacted our agency the most is required a lot of our case managers to work remotely with our guests. And it's also prevented a lot of volunteers and our supporters would normally come on site to provide groups and classes for our guests. It's preventing them from coming in. To try to compensate and work around that, we've been working to acquire iPads to allow our guests to speak to their case managers remotely through Zoom meetings, and also we've been working to arrange online support groups and classes with our volunteers and our clients.
Right now, we're in a crisis all around the nation, and we're crunching to take care of those that are around us and those that are less fortunate. Like this population right here, the homeless population is the most affected by it and the most susceptible to get this virus. And we thank you guys for all your help and support, giving sanitizer, masks, donations of food, and along with everything else. You guys are helping us with our mission, which is mission over everything.
Working as the volunteer coordinator through this crisis has been really eye-opening to just how many people really want to step up and help their community, help the people around them if they can. My initial concern was that we weren't going to have enough food to feed our guests. We weren't going to have the resources to keep this place running, to keep everyone healthy and the things that they need. My fear was quickly assuaged when it was an outpouring of emails from not only current volunteers, but also people that have never even heard of us before.
Hi, this is Chantal and Andy Pires. We're so excited to be speaking to you as part of Metamorphosis. One of the things that we love about LPCS is the idea that if everyone does what they can, together we can have a big impact.
When COVID-19 began, Andy and I were stunned by how quickly it devastated the restaurant industry, in addition to so many others. Overnight, millions of hardworking people were facing unemployment, and successful small businesses that we loved were at risk of closing, with no real answer for what they could do. At the same time, volunteers couldn't come to LPCS to cook breakfast or lunch or dinner that our guests rely on to get through the day.
So, like many of you, Chantal and I wanted to make a donation, but we wanted to do as much good as we possibly could. So we reached out to Lydia and the LPCS team to ask if our donation could help guests and also give a local restaurant some financial stability in this time of uncertainty. They connected us with Reclaimed and longtime supporters Craig and Adrian Bell. Craig and Adrian turned our modest donation into hot breakfast twice a week for our guests for 8 weeks.
Even better, they were able to hire back one of their line cooks, and that person's family had already been impacted by homelessness prior to COVID-19.
A Northside restaurant is teaming up with a community group during this tough time. They're providing meals to those who are facing homelessness during the pandemic. Reclaimed Bar and Restaurant is cooking and delivering breakfast to the Lincoln Park Community Services Facility in Old Town. So the menu will change with each delivery and include specialty items like cinnamon vanilla French toast. There will be enough food to feed about 140 people per week.
So an awesome impact for our guests and for Craig and Adrian, and also for the line cook they were able to hire back. To us, that's an example of the magic of LPCS. We get so much further when we work together to look after one another.
That's been renovated here. This is Renee, who is also going to be moving into the building shortly. Has come to fill out paperwork today. This is the amazing Mark Twain property manager, Chris Martin. And during the virus, Chris has actually come directly in his car to the LPCS to hand over documentation, to pick up documentation, so our guests haven't had to come back and forth. So he's just been an amazing collaborator, and we adore him. And this is the apartment.
Yes, my bedroom, kitchen, I have a closet, a ceiling fan, air conditioning.
So we'd just like to thank everybody that has donated to the Lincoln Park Community Services. And
I want to say our case managers are phenomenal, wonderful, wonderful people. I mean, I came there very sad, but now I'm really, really happy, so.
Hi, my name is Sam Kirk. I am the artist that created the mural that is outside of the Lincoln Park Community Services location in Old Town. I have many amazing memories from creating this piece, but there is one in particular that was really impactful for me. It was during the concept development phase. We hosted a series of workshops, and during the first workshop, I had the opportunity to meet with residents and graduates from the LPCS program. During this time, they shared with me their stories, which included many of the obstacles and challenges that they faced throughout their lives, but also how they wanted to be seen. They also shared the many ways that LPCS is working with them on a day-to-day basis to achieve their future goals. These conversations, as well as many others throughout the process, inspired the content that you see in the mural today. And while I'm grateful that the mural has done its job and helped to raise awareness for LPCS, I can't help but think about this moment in time that we're in right now. Many of us are staying home or working from home, but not all of the residents in our city have that option. So we created the LPCS coloring kit, and it's a 6-page coloring book, essentially, that shares the different panels of the mural. And each page, as you color it, what I'm hoping is that you'll learn more about LPCS and also about the journey that some of their residents have been on for the past year or more. As you color each page, you'll also have the opportunity to create your own mini mural by stacking the sheets. And I'm hoping that this is a fun way that we can stay connected during this time, but also share with our digital communities a little bit more about LPCS and the work that they're doing to help homeless residents in Chicago. I hope it helps to keep you engaged, and I look forward to seeing what you create.
Since I've been here, it's been just so wonderful. I've been walking around here, cleaning a lot, trying to keep people smiling, just spreading joy because we're going through this tough time right now. And I just love the way LPS has really been there for me. My housing has came through. I've been just so blessed. What tripped me out was Lydia. She come here. Never met her. It was a joyous angel look about her too. You know, she came and she got us these games, and I didn't know how to play Jenga. So do you know she got on her knees at the table, said, "Look, Renee, this is how you play Jenga." And she was showing me how to do it, and I'm like, me and her sitting there together, just me and her at the table, you know, and it was just so beautiful. You know, I never learned a board game in my life. And she sat there with me till I got it, and then when the thing fell over, she said, "You got it, girl." So it was so much fun. I'm really happy, and the people here has really made me really feel happy. Every day I wake up with a smile. So anyway, I wrote this song, and it's like really talking about me and what I've been through, and it's called "When Your Way Seems Dark and Drear," and it goes like this. Okay, the song is, when your way seems dark and drear, you don't have to worry, because God is near. Deep in your heart, there is no sorrow. Just keep holding on, and God will see you through. You got to believe in Jesus, and He will make your dreams come true. You got to believe in Jesus, and He will always see you through. And I hope that inspires you guys out there to look forward to things getting better, and everyone keep their head up and keep smiling every day.
At first, there was Jack and Mike, a team. Then along came William and Larry and John and Walter. They and several others slept in the courtyard of St. Paul's Church and hid their belongings in the nooks and niches of the building. They rang the doorbell almost every day when they had to go to the bathroom. They often wanted to talk to someone. Often all they wanted was some human contact. It was clear that something needed to be done. That something was the Lincoln Park Community Shelter. So, in the cold February of 1985, 4 churches came together to provide seasonal overnight shelter for individuals experiencing homelessness. As time passed, the tremendous support of volunteers and donors allowed LPCS to provide more and more services, including meals, showers, laundry, and eventually a comprehensive social service program for individuals seeking support. By May 1st, 1999, year-round operations began at LPCS. Homelessness is not seasonal, so we found a way to ensure that LPCS wouldn't be either. In 2007, the basement of Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church was renovated into a permanent home for the shelter, allowing 24-hour services for the first time and much improved living space for up to 35 guests. As a graduate from LPCS said, "You would never know in a church basement there's a place that gives people hope. A chance to rebuild your life when things are not going your way. LPCS helps you find what you need to get back on your feet." Flash forward to 2019, and LPCS expanded again, this time into the Old Town neighborhood, at our new building on Sedgwick that we officially own. We can provide more services than ever before and continue to adapt our services to the needs of the community. LPCS provides more than just shelter to our guests. We provide dignity, job training, and access to healthcare resources for individuals seeking to secure and sustain stable housing. Homelessness isn't an identity, it's an experience. Since day one, LPCS has been working to help our guests like Jack and Mike navigate this and find their way back to independence. LPCS, building community, transforming lives.
All right, we are live at Virtual Metamorphosis. Thank you guys so much for coming and joining us tonight. Again, I'm Lydia Murray. I'm the Interim Executive Director of Lincoln Park Community Services. I'm joined with my two colleagues, Mary Johnson and Luis Vasquez. And we are so excited that you all are here with us live tonight. I couldn't be more proud of the LPCS community that has supported us through this COVID crisis. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that that gave you a glimpse into the story of LPCS. And I'm just so honored to be a part of this extraordinary community.
Hi everybody. So tonight we are officially celebrating 35 years of Lincoln Park Community Services. 35 years, wow. While we wish we could be together in person to celebrate this milestone, we're happy to have all of you online with us.
All right, so we know we have our LPCS VML cocktails in hand, and we hope that you have them as well, because we want to raise our glasses and toast to 35 years. Cheers! Yay! And so please take a picture with your cocktails, with your water, with whatever you're drinking tonight, post it on social media, and do hashtag LPCS35.
All right, so now the portion of the event is the paddle raise. If you haven't done so already, please go to, I think it should be below me, donate.onecause.com/LPCS Meta 2020. That's our official donations platform for this event. So if you were online asking, how do I donate? You go to that site and that's where you donate. So I want to thank everyone who's donated ahead of the paddle raise. It's been amazing. We have raised, we're at 51% of our goal, and we are just starting the paddle raise. So we're at $81,660. Now if that doesn't show on your one site screen, just refresh. So when you refresh, you'll see the dollar value go up. So we can see it because we keep hitting refresh a lot. We're at, oh my goodness, we're at 82,000.
All right.
Yay, okay, so this event is really, really important for LPCS. Normally we're in person, this year we're doing it virtually. This event raises a huge percentage of our budget that funds this organization. And so our ability to raise money at this event impacts our ability to help those facing homelessness. So I hope that you open up your pockets and you give generously. So as we begin the paddle raise, I want to let you know how grateful I am to all of you. And whether or not you give a single dollar or lots of dollars, everyone is important to us. We do have several levels of paddle raise tonight. The first one is going to be $10,000. Not everyone can give $10,000, but we would hope that some folks would give $10,000. We also are asking for $5,000 paddle raise, $2,500, $1,500, $100, and $35. The $35 represents 1 year for every year that this organization has existed. So, of course, feel free to give a gift that you are comfortable making. Now, we're having technology tonight, and we hope that it goes smoothly, and we want to try to call out as many names as possible, but I hope that we have so many names that we're not going to be able to call them all out. So we will try to, as you guys donate, give a little shout out to people who are donating, because we are so, so grateful, but please don't be offended if we don't get to every name. That's just probably because we're going to have too many people donating. So now it is officially time to kick off the paddle race.
All right.
All right.
Let's do this.
First level is $10,000. This $10,000, that represents 10 of our guests having 6 months worth of services, of case management services, of all the supports that they need so that they can get linkages to counseling and to transportation and employment and ultimately stable housing. And so on average, our guests stay with us about 6 months. And so this would help 10 of our folks get counseling and all the supports that they need to make a successful transition to stable housing. So, do we have a gift? We do! All right, so we do have a $10,000 gift. It's from Julia's Stash and the MacArthur COVID-19 Relief Fund. So we are so grateful.
Thank you!
She's been a longtime supporter of Lincoln Park Community Services, and we are very, very grateful for her donation. All right, any other $10,000 gifts? All right. All right, ring the bell. Oh, I forgot to. So we ring a bell when there's a successful thing that happens at the shelter. And so we are going to ring a bell after each paddle level. And so we ring. Could they hear the bell ringing? Do we need to ring it louder? All right. All right. All right. So next level.
All right. So next level is $5,000. $5,000 is very important to us because it pays for an entire year worth of water right here at 1521 North Sedgwick. Here at Sedgwick, we house 48 guests in our interim housing facility at all times. We additionally have 20 permanent affordable housing units. So Lewis, as operations manager, definitely knows how important this water supply is. It helps our guests get showers, it helps them cook, it helps us clean.
We've been doing a lot of cleaning.
We've been doing a lot of cleaning.
A lot of water.
So a lot of extra water this year, actually. So, and oh my gosh, we have a gift from Sue Gilfie. Thank you so much, Sue. This is very exciting. Again, this is water, basic need, super important. Oh my gosh, we have another one from Dorn. Dorn and Steve Eastwood. Thank you, Dorn. Dorn is one of our board members. We are so appreciative. Thank you so much, Dorn. And oh my gosh!
We get another one?
Yes, $5,000 from Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous, so much. We are so grateful. Thank you guys. Again, this goes such a long way here at 1521 North Sedgwick. All right. Are we
last
one?
All
right. Okay.
Moving along to the next gift. Just to give everybody an update, we broke 100,000 mark with 112,000.
Oh my gosh! Thank you!
So now the next gift is 2,500. With 2,500 gift, we'll pay for a full week of dinners for all 48 guests here at 1521. And it was started off with Stacy Turner and her husband John Martin. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We also have Mike and Kate Reck.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Bob and Sarah Burson.
Yay!
Right.
Bob Burson was our first president.
Really?
President.
All right.
Yeah.
Full circle. Thank
Yeah.
you very
Yes,
much.
yes.
Catherine and Paul Bergoff.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yay, Kathy! Thank you. All right.
We also have
Any more?
anybody else?
All right.
Nope.
All
that's
right.
all.
Okay. Oh no! Wait, there's another one.
We have Hill and Cheryl Hammond.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hill. Thank you very much.
We almost missed it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, we should maybe give it one pause.
Let's give it
2,500
one pause.
donations.
And while we're on the topic of meals, we just want to thank everybody that has donated meals over the last month and a half to LPCS. Hundreds and hundreds of meals, you guys. Thank you so much. Our guests and our staff are so appreciative. Thank you. All right, moving on.
The next level is the $1,000 level. So $1,000 helps us get furniture for guests moving into their independent living in apartments. Most of the time when our guests move out of here, they don't have furniture. They move into empty apartments and they don't have a mattress to sleep on. So $1,000 helps us with 2 guests getting them set up with furniture once they move out of the shelter. So let's see, $1,000. Oh my goodness, Raja Seema Bhatia. Yeah, that's
Thank
$2,000.
you, $2,000.
That's
amazing.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Let's see, who else? Jim and Bob Jaborik.
Thank you,
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah, they gave $1,500. It was more than $1,000.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh.
Thank you, Jim and Barb.
Jason Monahan?
Yeah. Oh, did you see
Wow. We've got another $5,000 gift from Mary DeCreasy.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Wow.
Mary.
Wow. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's Nurse Mary?
That's
Nurse Mary.
Nurse Mary, thank you.
Oh my gosh, so Nurse Mary comes to our sites once a week to provide volunteer care for our guests.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. All
Gracias.
Yeah. Chris, Angus, and Nita Rashlani, thank you much. They gave $1,000. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ann and Alan Carlins donated.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ann and Alan, another $1,000. Oh, Greg Galapagos. Did I say Galapagos?
Galapagos, thank you.
Thank you. $2,500. That was a $2,500 one. Chantel and Andy Pearies. $1,000. Thank you. They also did the Reclaim Restaurant donation. David Hillary Bachniak, $1,000.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, Phil and Elaine Amerson. I know those people. Thank you very much for the $1,000 donation. Kathy Shearer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Deloitte.
Wow.
She's like the head of Chicago Deloitte, and so
Thank
she gave us
you.
$1,000. Wayne Bush, the Bushes, thank you, Melissa and Wayne Bush, another $1,000. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I'm
Neil and
overwhelmed
Jean
with the $1,000.
Weingarten.
Neil and Jean
Weingarten.
They gave $1,000.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Stacy.
Stacy Turner.
Again.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Ann and Alan Carlins.
Yes.
Yeah. Did they?
Yep.
Okay. Kathy Irwin gave $1,000. Oh
Thank
my
you,
gosh.
Kathy.
Drew and Aaron Amerson. I know them as well. Thank you, Drew and Aaron. I appreciate it.
Karen Johnson, $2,500.
Oh my gosh. Karen Johnson. Oh my gosh.
We
We're
can't
gonna
keep
keep
up.
with the
We
total.
literally
Okay,
can't keep
up
up.
with the total. All right, wait. We got more coming in for $1,000. This is very exciting.
Yes, this is.
Karen Johnson,
This is like winning a lottery.
$2,500. Thank you.
Okay, Luz Gatton, I'm not saying the name.
All right.
Dyer? Gatton Dyer? Okay.
Thank you.
Luz, thank you so much.
All right.
For $1,000. Wait, we got more?
We got more?
We got more.
We got more?
The Dornweir family?
Big comment.
Is it the Dornweir family?
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you. Another $1,000
Thank
from the
you.
Dornweir family. All right, let's see. Any more $1,000? Any more $1,000? Okay, are we done? We get to bring, that was a big.
All right, that was a big
Amazing, amazing. Do we move on?
Yes.
Okay, move on to $500.
And again, we just want to remind you guys that we might not get all gifts right here, right now, but we're going to give a big report out to you
at the end.
At the very end of the event.
Okay.
So right now we're at $500. $500 is like a magic number for us. $500 is our Moving On Up Fund. Our Moving On Up Fund is granted to each of our guests as they become graduates, as they move on into independent housing, and oftentimes it pays for a security deposit. We already got a $500 gift from Charles Colopy. Thank you so much, Charles. Midway Capital Management. Wow. Thank you so very much. And actually, I'm going to take a quick breather because I want to just acknowledge several people that gave at this level for paddle races before the event. And that's Callahan Mechanical Services. They are our friends. John Schwartz.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Monique Fuant. Norcon, which helped us a lot with this
Norcon
building.
built the building. Thank you, Norcon. I'm very grateful.
V Consulting, which they help us with our tech and make this possible.
Yes.
And what just happened?
Okay.
We hit our goal?
We hit
oh
our
my
goal?
God.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys so much. Wow.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Looks like we have the Ann and Brent Carstensen.
Oh my gosh, if I have thank you, Ann. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you guys so much.
From Iowa.
Justin Beatty, I know him. Thank you so much. Barry Levenstrom and Elizabeth Landis, thank you so much. Looks like we've got another one I can't see. Scroll. Oh, Beth and Brett. Thank you, Beth and Brett.
President.
Wow. That's our board chair. Thank you so much.
We got $1,000 from Serviture.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We got $2,000 from Lynn and Mike Brennan. Thank you so much. Lewis and Greg
Basil.
Oh, okay.
They St. Paul's, longtime supporters.
Wonderful.
So $500.
Thank you.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you guys. We're honestly blown away.
I know.
Thank you. Oh, Mina, Beatty, thank you so much, Mina. We Events, thank you guys. Didy, I know who that is too. Thank you guys so much. This is amazing.
It says.
Carrie,
the
Maya,
Ballards.
and Hayden, the Ballards.
Oh my gosh, the Ballards.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Thank you
500.
so much.
Thank
Thank you, Carrie and Pete.
This is amazing.
My new moms group.
Okay.
We're old moms now.
All right. I hope we didn't miss
All right.
anyone, you guys. We're really sorry.
I know.
It's really hard to keep up.
I know. That's a good thing.
That's a
good thing.
it's a good thing.
Like crickets.
That's a really, really good thing. Okay. So I think we can move to the $100 gifts. Yeah?
$100.
Should we ring the bell? Okay. All right.
All right, everybody. So we're moving over to the $100 gifts.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So the $100 gift will pay for a monthly CTA pass for one guest to help them for transportation for employment and other appointments such as doctors, housing. So it's very much needed. And to start it off, I'd like to thank Christine, Betty, and Lino Karan. They did $200. Thank you very much.
Guys.
Thank you.
Steve, Shala, Joanne and Alan Barker, muchas gracias. We have Jody Winnett for $250. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Christopher Bushell also $250. Thank you very
Chris.
much.
Thank you, Chris Bushell. He keeps the CTA running.
Oh, thank you. You
Oh,
need it.
thank you for everything.
The Barbat family, thank you very much, familia.
Thank
Tom and Margaret Berry, $200.
Thank you, Tom Bari. Thank you.
And Suzanne and Whitney Cox, $200.
Thank you.
very much.
Cox family.
Oh, we just got
Oh
in
my
Bill
gosh.
and Ann Johnson, $400.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Felicia Davis, $250.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Felicia.
Patricia Stratus, $250. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are
Let's see.
Sarah Lynn. Sarah
Our own
Lynn. Thank
Director
you,
of
Sarah
Accounting.
Lynn.
Thank you.
Sarah and Michael Allen, thank you guys
Oh my
so
goodness.
much.
We are up over $170,000.
Oh my God.
Thank you guys.
Laura and Russ Brown,
Oh my
$250.
gosh,
Thank
Laura.
you.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you.
Tyler Funk, $100.
Yay.
Thank
we all need a little more funk in our
We
lives.
do.
Yeah. Nick Minkus, thank you, Nick. Thank you so much. I
Bruce and
appreciate
Janet
it.
Jenkins, thank you
Oh
guys.
my gosh.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna ring the bell. We're just gonna keep it moving.
Okay, we'll keep it moving. All right, so the final level is $35. And $35 donation, it would represent $1 for each year that LPCS has been around. And so we'd be really, really grateful and honored if folks could donate $35. That would be the icing on the cake to have.
And it looks
you
like
know,
we just
looks
got
like
another
wrap it up.
Oh, we got another $300. So that
Thank
was
you,
from
Hart. Danny Hart.
Thank you.
Danny
Danny
Hart.
Hart.
And
Thank you.
Maggie
Yeah.
Strokes. Thank
and
you very
then
much.
Aaron McWilliams donated $100. The McGuires. Thank you, Chris and Lindy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So
Danny Scott. Thank you very much.
I think we're gonna run out of time of this event.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the next segment, and then
Yes.
at the end we'll come back, and I promise every person who gave will absolutely reach out to you and thank you personally.
Thank
She's
you,
good for
everybody.
her work.
We're at
Thank you,
170,000.
Jen.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you. All right.
All right. We'll
All
see
right,
you
we'll
soon.
see right after we are going to have our award for, I forget what the name of it is.
Compassion in action. She's so blown away by the gifts.
I can't remember what we're doing. So we have the Compassion in Action award. This year it's going to Gretchen Donetta and Jeff Doan. They are original founders of LPCS, and we're here day one, and we are honored to give them this award tonight. So we'll see you after the award.
Thank you.
Gretchen and Jeff, your continued and passionate involvement in LPCS underlines your strong beliefs. Belief in the value of every human life. Belief in the rights of all to have basic needs met, including food and housing. Belief in action to achieve justice. Over the last 35 years, you have donated your time, talent, and treasure to ensure guests, as well as staff, have the resources and environment needed for guests to make sustainable life changes. Jeff and Gretchen, we thank you for all your involvement and how lucky Lincoln Park Community Services is to have you as an integral part of its family.
As long as I've known Gretchen and Jeff, they have modeled what it means to make compassion a verb. I first met Jeff and Gretchen in 1984 when I moved to Lincoln Park. It was just shortly thereafter that they, along with other church and community leaders, founded LPCS. Through them, I became involved in the early work of that organization, and through them, I came to understand the tremendous importance of the language we used in speaking of our guests. I came to understand that when one names and claims another as a guest, one necessarily names and claims oneself, because all of us who live and breathe on this earth are in fact guests together. It is a false distinction to think otherwise. And Jeff and Gretchen, you are very special guests. We are all so thankful to have you.
I'm so proud of you guys and the amazing work you've done with LPCS over the last, 35 years. The values that are so dear to you both, and I know are what make your commitment to this organization so strong, have helped shape me as a person. Your commitment to treating everyone with love and respect, regardless of their housing situation, their gender, their ethnicity, their color of their skin, who they choose to love. All these things are things that I hold so dear and I know are so important to you guys. And I'm so excited to, live in Chicago, raise my daughter in Chicago, in the city, and continue to volunteer with this great organization and cook meals for these people that really deserve a warm meal, a smile, and some respect from all of us. And, thank you so much for the gifts you give to everyone else, to this organization, and to our family. I love you lots.
Thank you for honoring us with the Compassion in Action Award. It is humbling to receive it, particularly in this 35th anniversary year. There are so many people who came together for the benefit of our neighbors experiencing homelessness. Every time there is a bell ringing, signaling the success of a guest, I am awed at the work that has led to that success. From 1985, I have loved that LPCS was a community response by faith communities and neighbors who recognized a need to protect our neighbors experiencing homelessness by providing overnight shelter during the winter. These neighbors came together to respond. The response has grown dramatically over the years, but the mission to help our neighbors has not changed. Opening our new facility in Old Town was beyond a dream just a few years ago. As we continue to persist with a critical mission, please join us in sharing your resources to enable this life-affirming work to continue.
I'm honored and deeply grateful to share this award with Gretchen. In the first weeks of LPCS hospitality in the lower level of St. Clement Catholic Church, I recall the handful of guests getting settled for the night on their pads on the floor. Discussions and decisions shaped the struggles to carve out of that basement built in 1888 as livable and welcoming a space as possible for guests, staff, and volunteers. The first time I entered the space under construction at 1521 North Sedgwick, I was stunned. Who could have ever imagined the spaciousness and the light pouring through the windows? LPCS has evolved in wondrous, unforeseen ways, and it continues to do so. Thank you, all who have shared this journey and all who will shape the next stages.
We are overwhelmed by the outpouring of support that we've received tonight. Thank you for being on this journey with us. It's been an amazing journey over the past several weeks during the pandemic. I'm going to read off our total, which is above our goal, $174,435. So we were up here making up the dance that we could do. We could do like the elbows. We can't hug each other. We can do like a chicken dance. So we do the new elbow dance. That's our new celebration dance. But I want to thank everybody. There is a team that you can't see behind the camera that have helped put this together and made it so that the technology worked, which is amazing. Thank you for everybody who's made this, part of this community successful. And we're going to be able to do so much with these resources to help those who are the most vulnerable in Chicago. I'm truly, truly grateful. So here's to a wonderful 35 years. Yay! And to the next 35.
Yes.
So congratulations. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
we
you.
Are honored. Thank you.
Muchas gracias. Thank you.